Democracy emerged in Athens during the 5th century. It emerged slowly amidst reforms and crisis. As Athenian democracy took shape, it was redefined by its emphasis on equality before the law and civic participation. The ideas of Athens didn't disappear with the fall of Greece. They survived and took root in Europe almost 2,000 years later. Civilization spread across the Mediterranean during the Bronze Age around 2000 BC. As nomadic tribes settled into permanent agrarian communities, these settlements eventually evolved into the Greek city-states or polises. Early Greek polises were dominated by aristocrats with a clear social hierarchy. In 594 BCE, rising tensions between the aristocratic families and farmers threatened Athens with civil war. A system of debt bondage trapped the fetus, working class, into a cycle of exploitation. Solon was chosen to resolve the city's political and economic crisis. Solon instituted broad reforms. He started by abolishing debt slavery and canceling the debts of farmers. He reorganized the people into 4 classes based on wealth rather than birth, opening political participation to more men in Athens. He created the Boule of 400 to balance the aristocratically dominated assembly. The tyrant Pisistratus managed to overthrow the Athenian assembly. He appealed to the poor working class of Athens, promising more reforms and protection. Pisistratus ruled as a populist while consolidating power and exiling his political rivals. After his death, his son Hippus was overthrown by a coalition made up of exiled Athenians and Spartan soldiers. After the defeat of Pisistratus, Clisthenes was chosen to lead Athens. He continued to build off the reforms of Solon and further transformed Athens by reorganizing the people into 10 tribes based on geography. Clisthenes believed in insomnia, equality before the law, and shifted power from the aristocracy into the hands of the people, or desmos. By expanding voting to any free adult man of Athens, Clisthenes would become known as the father of democracy. Another leader, Pericles, further reformed democracy after Clisthenes. He created a system where elected officials and jurors would be paid a salary. He also built major constructional projects like the Parthenon. In the late 5th century, the Peloponnesian Wars divided Greece as Athens and Sparta fought for dominance. Athens was briefly occupied by Sparta, which instituted the oligarchy of the 30 tyrants, although democracy was briefly restored 6 months later. In 388 BC, Philip II of Macedonia defeated the Greek city-states, creating a new Greek-Macedonian empire. When his son Alexander the Great became king, he used his combined forces to cross the Mediterranean and conquer Persia. After Alexander's death, the empire splintered. Greece was absorbed into the later emerging Roman Empire, which adopted many aspects of Greek. The Dark Ages in Europe, there was a rediscovery of these classical Greek manuscripts. Out of this emerged a new school of European thought, the Enlightenment, which challenged the feudal system of Europe through science and philosophy. Leaders in the American and French revolutions, like John Adams and Maximilian, drew greatly from Greek philosophical texts. Athens has left a lasting legacy that continues to shape democracy around the world. Although Athens was destroyed, its vision of democracy rooted in civic duty and equality before the law has survived and is reflected in many of our modern democratic institutions.